I ain't sleeping lately. I ain't sleeping lately. Yes, I know that I'm the only person.
What's going on, guys? I know it's been a couple days since I have posted a video, and I am sorry. In the last video, I told you guys that I have been, going through quite a bit with the whole COVID situation, and we are going to discuss COVID today. I was finally told that YouTube will no longer strike or demonetize videos that have COVID in the title or where you discuss COVID in the video. So today's topic is going to be what COVID is like in the military. So before we get into that, like I have told you guys in the past, my Webull link will be in the description. If you're unaware of what Webull is a stock app where you can, with the deposit of $1, if you sign up with my link in the description, you can get 2 free stocks with the chance of getting up to a $1,400 stock in value. And yeah, so it'll be down there if you're interested in investing in stocks. $1 can make you any amount of money. You're going to profit off of $1. Take advantage of it. To everyone who has signed up, thank you. And if you have signed up and you did not make your deposit, make sure to go back and do that so you can get your free stock. But let's get right into it. So COVID in the military is something that is widely discussed right now. It's something that we are discussing head on a day-to-day thing. I was put on a 17-day quarantine from my job. I believe it was 17 days. It was a while, something like that. And I was told to stay home, not leave the house other than go and get food and necessities, because if they need me for work, I have to be able to go in. And they put 4 of us at a time from your shift onto a quarantine. That way it minimizes the interaction between everyone who works in my shop. Now, the amount of people that I have on my shift, I believe is 14 or 15, and we have 4 shifts. So you can imagine how many people work in there per day. So they want to limit the interaction that you're gonna have with other people. The way they're going about this is they want you to keep your 6 foot, distance between you and others. And my neighbor is now playing his music really loud again. Sorry about that, guys. So we moved over to the kitchen. I'm in my kitchen now. My neighbor who moved in a couple days ago has been really blaring his speakers at random times. Actually went over there the other night, asked him if he could at like 1 in the morning because I had work. He told me no, so I actually ended up calling the cops on the guy. They went over there, they knocked like 15 times. The guy refused to open. I'm pretty sure he's doing some shady shit in that house. But back to the topic on hand of COVID. So like I was saying, we are required to stay 6 feet apart at all times, except when you're working together, which has needed quite a bit of time. But we were provided masks. Before they were provided, we had to make our own. So everyone has like a little mask they're wearing on their face. I got one today when I went in. And you're required to do that. Now, things that they're trying to discuss is how long this is really going to take, how information is going to get disseminated and passed down from top leadership down to us, and things of that nature. Now, when it comes to people who want to go to basic training, I've read a couple articles about what is actually happening. And for some jobs like mine, where I went to Keesler Air Force Base for my technical training, they're actually shipping people who are supposed to go to Keesler for tech school to Keesler for basic training. They took apart one of the dorm buildings, took off the doors, but they have bunk beds and they have like nicer stuff. Like they have their own sink in the bedroom. They have their own shower in there. I think everything is still mandatory though. Like you have your short amount of time to shower, you still have your short things. But there's not gonna be someone, up in your stuff all the time. They can only be in so many rooms at so many times. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work for you guys who go to Keesler for tech school. So that's gonna be your people who are like cyber transport, cyber systems, RF trans, admin goes there. I believe the people who are ATC go there as well. They're gonna be in I can't remember what squadron it was. They were always the ones that was in trouble though. The rest of you guys, you're going to be going to Lackland though for your job. So they did this so that way there'd be as least interaction between people going from Lackland to Keesler as possible, because there was a high number of people on Lackland who did get infected. Now, the way they're doing it is, if you're unaware of why they would do that with Keesler, when you graduate basic training and you go to Keesler, they stick you on a bus because you do not fly from Texas to Mississippi. They drive you. you leave at like 10 o'clock at night and you don't get there till 9 or 10 a.m. the next day. I think we got there at like 1. It was a long ass bus ride. You're there all night. It's a Greyhound. You get your phone back and it's a Greyhound with a toilet and it has, you know, outlets to plug your phone in and stuff so you can charge it. But they're trying to eliminate that bus ride from Lackland to Keesler, so that way people aren't passing as much stuff. You're not dealing with the bus driver. You're not making those stops at the gas stations like you normally would. We stopped at a place for breakfast and actually got out and it was like a full-blown store. So they're trying to minimize the amount of interaction you have with outside world people. Most likely, I believe all tech schools are probably going to be shut down. Like airmen cannot go off base during tech school, which makes sense. They really don't want you guys who are at tech school going off base and getting sick. I know some of you guys are gonna go and sneak out and do those things. Just, if it's told to you by someone who's high up in leadership, just don't do it. It's not worth getting in trouble over. Now, when it comes to people who are going to basic, they are still shipping people. So if you do have a leave date, do not be worried. They are not fully cutting off basic yet. There will be a word passed down and you will get that information from your recruiter most likely as soon as it is said. They don't want you guys panicking. They don't want you, you're going to basic, man. We still need you guys. We still need you trained up because the second this is over, you're coming. All of us that are getting out, I get out in August of next year. I got to have someone to come replace me. So one of you guys could end up at Beale working what I do. Hopefully you get here faster so I can get the hell out. But with that being said, guys, if you're in the military or you're going into the military, just expect a lot of restrictions coming down. We have mandatory phone calls 3 times a week for people who are on quarantine. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have to call into a certain number, enter a PIN, and give your leadership the okay. Hey, I'm good. I don't need anything. All right, have a good day. Click. You're going to be doing that a lot. Just make sure you're staying safe, make sure you're being smart, minimize the amount of times you're actually going into stores. I've only gone into Walmart once in like the last 2.5 weeks. I bought everything I needed, just basic necessities, eggs, meat, cheese, tortillas, stuff like that, just simple stuff. They want you to be as prepared as possible to still go and actually work and do the mission on hand. That is the main reason that with my job, they have us in the quarantine, so that way if someone does get sick at work, you have an influx of people who can just shove you in there and you can just go to work because that's what they need you to do. You're still there to do a job. You're not going to get laid off. You don't have to worry about not getting paid. Technically, the military does not have to pay you. I believe there was somewhere that I read, like if we go into a time of war, the military is only what's the term for it? Legally obligated to give you clothing, food, and shelter. So you'll eat at the DFAC, you'll live in the dorms and whatnot. They can take away your base pay at any time from something. I believe one of the MTIs that I had told me that, or an MTL. It was probably an MTL. But just so you guys know, I wanted to give you a heads up on really what it's working on out here. There's a chance that they're going to put us in, I believe they called it FPCon Delta. I don't know. One of our leadership said it, and I heard it on the phone. Which means we have to have passes to get on base, and we have to be wearing a mask as we enter base, and you have to wear a mask everywhere on base. You're only allowed on to go to work pretty much. You can't go on just to go shopping at the BX. It's gonna get very serious if this continues the way it is. So even if you're not military, man, just stay safe, be smart. I know a lot of you probably aren't scared about the whole thing. Just try to go out as little as possible, and if you are going to go out, don't go out into like really crowded places, which is crazy because they consider Walmart to be an essential place, yet my Walmart usually has about 500 people in it at a time, and they're right up in your shit, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. You still got to get your groceries. But that's gonna do it all for today's video. Guys, if you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, turn on the post notification bell to know when we post a video, and leave a comment, about what's going on where you live with the whole COVID-19 situation, what you're doing to prevent yourself from getting sick, and how long do you guys think this is gonna last? I mean, I'm not really worried about it. I still get paid, I still go to work, I still do my thing. And if you guys have any other, ideas for videos, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always itching to get new ideas from you guys. Next video is probably going to be someone requested what a day in the life of BMT is like. So if you want to see that, smash the like button. Let's try to get 20 to 25 likes on this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I love you all. Have a great day and stay safe.